There's no doubt. Rear Window is a film you can watch again and again. Also, again, the story doesn't matter. You know all the facts. You know what's going to happen. You know the plot. But it's the way, I think, two things. Again, the way Hitchcock shows it, which means where he aims the camera, what he puts in the frame, how he moves it, how he doesn't move it, the use of color, and Jimmy Stewart's character, who morally is on the edge, you see. Should he be doing what he's doing? It's none of his business, you know. It really is none of his business. What kind of a guy is this? And he's our hero. You know, we have to go through with him. And I think that's something, again, that only Stewart could have pulled off. You like him, because he's a very genial guy in the beginning of the picture, you know. But he goes off on some perverse trip, you know. It's very odd.
You have a filmmaker like Orson Welles, who could only make an Orson Welles picture, and that's all he could do. And I have always envied filmmakers like Scorsese, who make quintessential Scorsese pictures. Even Kundun has so much of Marty in that picture. And I've never felt that of myself. I never felt I had a style. I always felt that I was styleless, that I was a really good storyteller. But I could tell a highly stylized story as told by the screenwriter, and I would more adapt his style or her style in the way I would tell the story. I would serve the screenwriter, and I would be a good storyteller, but I wouldn't impose. I don't feel I have a style. But Hitchcock had a style, and Scorsese has a style, and certainly Welles had a style. But Curtiz I identify with more. People like Victor Fleming and Michael Curtiz I identify with more because they didn't have styles either. But they were chameleons, and they could quickly adapt. They could go from a story about heaven and an afterlife to the Civil War in Gone with the Wind. And they could do a lot of different subjects, and they could do them well because they were good craftsmen, and they were good with actors, and they could draw out good performances. But they didn't impose a kind of who they were on what that was. And I always, felt I was more in their game.